Hey, it's Team Rocket. We're here with Josh from Not Team Rocket. We're at the Reno Regionals, and he's going to show us what he's playing. We've played 3 rounds so far. Is there anything you want to say before we get started?
Not really. This is a budget deck.
All right, so let's get into it.
Yeah, so it's a UA deck. So you got to start off with the most.
You want to turn him around?
Yeah, you got to start off with the most important card. His best effect is that he's level 4, and you can normal summon him. As you'll see, that's actually a problem with the deck a lot of times. Next, I have the actual MVP, Slugger. He has the amaze effect, and yeah, he just pushes for games so much. Yeah. Next, I have 2 Ace. Just a good card.
Now, I heard you say that you only play 2 Ace.
Yeah, I was running 3 until very recently to make space for other cards, essentially.
So you just don't need the third one?
Yeah, well, it's because a lot of times I was pitching an Ace for Ace's effect.
Okay.
Because you can only special 1 at a turn, so I like having 2 out, or 3 if I can, but sometimes it's slow to get them out.
Sure.
So, there's that. And then I have a Blockbacker, which...
that looks like a goalkeeper.
Same thing. Goalkeeper, they're both those 2 are the 2 defensive monsters. And he comes in clutch sometimes, but there's a lot of times where he's just a dead card. And then now it's Blockbacker. There's 2 Blockbackers. Him and Ace are pretty much what I have out during your turn, or the opponent's turn, to stop their plays.
And Blockbacker does what?
He changes when the opponent special summons a monster during either player's turn, he can change his battle position. If he does, he permanently negates the effects.
All right, cool.
So he does a lot of work. Now I have, for the non-UAs, I have 2 Thrasher.
Wait, so you don't play any playmakers?
No playmakers. I never really liked Playmaker because I always had Slugger, and Playmaker I always felt like was slow. I guess I can just get 2 Sluggers out.
So here's your speed right here, right?
Yeah, actually. So he gives me these options with the level 4, even though I almost never like getting rid of him. But I've also used them many times to special and then just tributed him off right away and stuff. He's done a lot. So 2 of them. 2 card Ds. And yeah, I just need some more speed in the deck. And part of the reason why I can run it is because I run the 2 battle faders.
Oh, okay.
So I can card D if I have a battle fader in hand, or I can try and hope to get a battle fader. The other card I have a lot of is, or I get a lot of the time, is the effect veiler. Between these 2, a lot of times I can slow my opponent down if I card D a turn. The deck really revolves around getting the level 4 and the field spell out as fast as possible. So you need to get those 2. Speaking of the field spell, I run 3 of the field spell, which actually is the most important card in the deck.
Okay, so explain this to non-UA players.
Whenever you normal summon a UA monster, you can search for a UA monster and add it to your hand. And the first time you special summon in a turn, all monsters, UA monster, all monsters you control gain 500 attack permanently.
Okay, cool.
So, and then I also run the 2 terraforming to search it out.
Right.
Yeah, I like 2 of them. I've had many arguments with my friends about running just 1. But if it's ever a dead card, I just pitch it with Ace.
There you go, okay.
So, next I run 3 Power Jersey. This card just does so much.
Now, I've seen some people play like 2 of these and then like a Hidden Armory or something. Have you thought about doing that?
Yeah, we tried it out one time, and Hidden Armory is really nice in the late game because these can be in your grave and stuff. But the only problem is that you lose your normal summon. So if you don't have an established field, which a lot of times you don't, then it's like it just ruins you, and you never get it off.
Fair enough.
So it's really important to get. If you run 3 jerseys, it's the same.
Cool.
I would rather have. This card is so important though, and there's no way to search it out right now with the UAs other than Hidden Armory. I've almost considered putting Hidden Armory in with the 3. Is what I'd rather see than
okay.
Nico? I run 3 Rhodas for the midfielder because, like I said, he's one of the most important cards to see with Stadium.
Sure.
Just the effect to be able to be normal summoned without anything else is OP.
Yeah.
Then I run 3 Stormforth, so I can get my level 5s and 6 out. Unfortunately, I can't Stormforth with Blockbacker a lot of the time because level 7.
Right.
So, but usually when I have dead hands, it's usually like a Stormforth and my level 7, and it sucks.
Those Jin outs, huh?
Yeah, it's a Jin out. So, triple MST. Nerd. Yeah.
Now, I know some people are cutting MST. Tell me why you're playing 3.
Because this deck hates back row a lot, even though they bottomless and stuff. I'm not afraid to blind MST, try and hit Mind Crushes anything I can, really.
Okay.
Any kind of traps. So it's just so important to get rid of those things. Then I run the double summon, which actually this is a new card in the deck, and I actually absolutely love it.
Where did you come up with the idea for double summon?
My friend told me about it a while ago, and then we were kind of theory crafting, and I finally actually realized how you're supposed to use it.
Interesting. Okay.
How double summon works is that you will use the stadium card, and then you'll summon midfielder, and you'll search out whatever you want. And at first, when I thought double summon, it's like, oh, you tribute midfielder, and then you search again.
You bounce it to your hand.
Yeah, but then you bounce it, and then double summon, and then summon midfielder again.
Okay.
It took me so long to realize that.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and this gives me so many like turn one plays.
Like Veiler and tributed.
Yeah, just I have actually like double summoned like my Veiler and then tributed on Veiler before, or card D or Battle Fader and all that stuff. If like I'm just like in desperate measures kind of time.
Sure.
So I don't know. I get a lot of use out of it, even like in any stage of the game. And then the one Book of Moon.
Sure.
This Book of Moon is amazing. And then for the traps, I just run the 2 Roll Decrees.
And no Regeki.
I don't own a Regeki.
Okay.
That's part of the reason why.
That's
the other reason why
you could have said no because of some reason, and we would have believed you.
Yeah.
You didn't have to.
Well,
say
the other
you
reason
don't
why
have
is because Jersey.
Oh, there you go.
Effect,
Okay.
I don't mind them having monsters a lot of times. So I have a 38 beater. You don't activate your effects when he attacks, and you do double damage. You do double damage.
Yeah.
To monsters. So a lot of times I just don't want to get rid of your monsters. So I found Regeki. Regeki kind of is a panic button.
Sure.
And this deck either loses really fast or wins really fast.
Okay.
So,
or win slowly because he's Ghost Streaks.
Or win slowly against Ghost
or just like it can grind a little bit, but for the most part, like I can usually tell in the beginning of the game how the game's going to go for the most part, unless the opponent bricks also or something. But
all right. Now you want to do side or extra?
We'll just go with the extra.
And this probably does not matter at all.
Yeah, I'll show you what's really important.
Okay.
These are the cards that are important.
Those ones that win games.
Yeah, these are what I'll go into most of the time.
Okay, let's go through the rest of it pretty quick.
Yeah, I have my panic button.
Oh yeah.
There. For whatever reason, I actually knew one time the guy went Pot Duality into a Fiendish Chain and said it.
Oh, there you go.
And I went Gem Knight Pearl and tacked him for game one time, and that just made me feel good.
I haven't seen anybody play Pearl in years.
Yeah. The Crazy Box.
Okay.
Just why not? The Black Shit. Abyss Dweller. Just
random stuff.
Yeah, this stuff really doesn't matter. And then I put these 2 in there. My only tuner is Veiler. But
okay.
I did go into this one time. It got bottomless. But
it happens.
It almost worked.
All right. Now let's do the side because that's what people I'm sure want to see more than your extra 2.
Yep. So for my side, I got 2 Flying Sea.
Sure.
2 Imperial Iron Wall. 2 Light Imprisonings. 2 Mind Crush. The Macro. The Defisher. Soldiering. 2 Defuse.
Okay, so I think we left off right about here. So we had the Defusions, in case people haven't seen the Soul Drain, Dimensional Fissure, and the Shadow Imprisoned Mirrors. So what did you side against which matchups, or what would you side? Like if you're playing Necros right now, like what comes in against Necros?
Necros, I actually don't have a horrible matchup against Necros.
Sure.
Usually it ends up being this, and sometimes I put in these guys.
Now you don't. There's no comp. You don't see the conflict. Here,
I do. I kind of just go with whatever I draw first.
Okay.
And then whatever I have extra, I could always just go with pitch with Ace.
There you go, and protect the other one.
Yeah, exactly. So I've done that a few times now.
Okay.
My only thing was I used to only side this, and then I just wouldn't draw into it.
Sure.
So I'm just like. So then if I wasn't drawn into it, then I decided to put 2 more in. I also have dead cards against Necros in here, so I have stuff to side out for them.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for showing us your deck profiles. Or anything else you wanted to add before we go?
No, this is a cheap budget deck. It's a lot of fun if you're thinking about playing it. Sweet. And it's not as easy as people think it is.
Yeah, okay. I will we'll check in with you a little bit later and see how you're doing.